Hello everybody and welcome to the in-depth breakdown of my song Judgment Day that came out on Friday. My cat is biting my leg, so it's making it very hard to record this. I'm scratching her under the table, but here's what that sounds like if you don't already know.
All talks go out stressed, I throw out tension, frozen, you can't know I'm blank canvas, space casket or gray, erosion will make the change.
So let us get into it. When I made this song, I actually had made the beat like a month before I recorded vocals on it, and I had just been listening to it on repeat, trying to come up with some kind of hook or something. So I actually came up with the hook while I was working out, and all I had was my phone, so I recorded it really quick to try and remember what it sounded like, and that's how I got the intro.
Oh, dogs go up, I might throw up something,
I just had that do. And here's how that sounds with no effects.
Oh, dogs go up, I might throw up something,
It's funny, it actually doesn't really sound that lo-fi when I take the effects off, but I kind of wanted it to have a bit of a like nostalgic-y feeling to it. So I just added a little distortion with the capitator, threw like a phone type EQ on it with Pro Q2, and then just a little delay and reverb as well to make it a little spacey. Then the first element we have pop up in this song is this choir. This is just the Vienna choir from Analog Lab. Funnily enough, I think this is probably one of my favorite melodies I've ever written, and I wrote it on my laptop keyboard, sitting on the couch, no speakers, no nothing. I just was like sitting like with my feet in the air, laptop on my stomach, just like pressing notes, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sick, and then boom, you know, made something pretty cool. So you don't always need a cool studio to make good stuff, is the lesson of this story. I actually have a gross beat on this choir that gets automated on, as you can see here through this mix level automation. It kind of adds a nice lower level. I like to do that a lot. I've talked about it a bit on TikTok, etc. But I like to put a gross beat with half speed on my melody sometimes, and then set the mix to like 30%, because it just provides a nice little bit of a lower layer to the sounds. But yeah, I just had that kind of creep in because I didn't want it in the intro. Next we got this lead sound. Definitely my favorite part of the track, and it is like dead simple. Literally just a saw wave. We've got an LF of 1 here on the fine pitch, and it's just making it like wiggle just a tiny little bit. Barely even noticeable, but it adds that very like nostalgic quality, you know, that you get when you kind of have a little bit of a pitch modulation. It I think it's very like reminiscent of like old analog technology. Also got it set to mono legato with the portamento. Then for effects, we don't even have it, literally nothing. It is just such a simple sound, but I think that melody really makes it shine through. And I think the fact that these notes are so staccato make the glide sound kind of fun and interesting. Like that. I've also got this pad layered in. Very beautiful. Not 100% sure how I made that because I don't think I have the file anymore, but I think I probably took the choir, then ran that through spectral blur with Edison. I've talked about that a million times. You can definitely find a tutorial on that on my channel. I don't want to do it right now because I'm feeling lazy. But yeah, here's how that pad sounds with no effects. Ooh, beautiful emotions. Then I started by just adding a transient master, turning our attack down and sustain all the way up to kind of bring it forward. Essentially just smoothing everything out. Almost working like a compressor, followed by just an OTT. RC20 with the Pad Magic preset. I like this preset a lot. It's kind of old and analog-y sounding again, followed by another EQ. And a tremulator to give it a little bit of movement and stop it from being such a like wall of sound. I like to do this on a lot of my sounds, honestly, because I think it, you know, having like subtle rhythms is a pretty important part of making your tracks, I don't know, kind of like bounce to them. I normally just load up a basic tremulator and turn the mix all the way down, and kind of just tweak it till you don't get full, because that's too much. So I usually bring it to like, I don't know, like 2/3. Next we got this bass type layer thing. like that bass progression a lot. I don't tend to use it very often, but I don't know. I like the kind of like, I feel like it's very, like, I wanted to kind of go like angelic sounding with this song, so I think like the low to high jumps really help capture that aesthetic. Super simple preset, honestly. We've just got 2 saw waves here with a low pass filter. And honestly kind of sounds like a bass guitar. Got a little bit of white noise layered in there as well. And then just running both of those through a tube distortion. But yeah, honestly just a pretty simple bass sound. I am absolutely crazy sicko mode because I layer in a 808 later and I don't even EQ out the bass on that sound because I'm just that freaking crazy. Listen, just because you know how to produce does not mean you have to produce correctly all of the time. Finally, we got this little string stab. This was like, I think like the 5th or 6th track I made on the album this is for, and I was very committed to using choirs and string sounds, so I felt like I had to throw it in there to make it fit with everything else. It is literally just this, what's this bank? The Session Strings Bank from Native Instruments. I freaking love these string sounds, they're really good. Next when the drop comes in, we've got this nice little like video game sound that I made that's layered on top of everything. Again, not a super complex sound. We've got just a basic triangle wave with our LFO1 set to the coarse pitch. This is causing it to do an octave jump every time this goes through. And that is a very classic like 8-bit video game type sound. Yeah, very nostalgic, kind of, again, like I said, the feel I was going for. Got a very plucky shape for our envelope 1 here, and then our unison is set to 16 voices with the tune turned down a little bit. And we're just running that through a bandpass filter to tame it down a little bit, followed by just a basic ping pong delay. But yeah, I like that sound a lot, and I kind of like how the sound design on this track is not like super duper complex. Next we got this kind of layered background pad thing that I really like. You can barely even hear it in the song, but I think it really fills things out quite nicely. Got that nice kind of rising motion that I think helps build tension throughout the chorus, you know, just like going up and up and up and up and up. Again, a pretty simple sound. We have a saw wave with 6 voices of unison, with a tube distortion cranked up pretty high to make it, you know, distorted sounding, and just a low cut with an EQ. Adding distortion to a, what's the word, like polyphonic sound where you are doing chords and stuff can give you a nice kind of crunch sometimes. I don't know, I had just a kind of a cool texture. And then again, I'm just running that through Tremolator to give it some movement. And a fruity chorus just for, you know, some chorus sound to push it backwards in the mix a little bit, just to make it a little less upfront. You know, like I said, I wanted it to be kind of a background layer. Finally, we've got our 808. This is literally just a spins, I think. I'm trying to think if I did anything interesting to that. I pitched it up 53 cents because this whole song is detuned out of standard tuning because I have was very in that feel for some reason for this album and also the next album I've made as well. We are not doing standard tuning. As you can see, I have the master pitched down 300 cents, which is actually 50 cents for some reason when I use Serum. I've got the output turned down a little bit, and I think I'm boosting it a bit. Just making it kind of fat. And yeah, it gets kind of squished in the mix, but I think that's okay. And the final little instrumental thing we have going on after the chorus is this like little post-chorus. Song makes me kind of want to cry, honestly. I don't know, just the melodies are very beautiful. Like, I feel like I was able to kind of tap into something that was bigger than me. Hey, listen, I know that's instructive, but that's why I like music. I think it allows me to sometimes channel something bigger than myself. You know, it reminds me why being human is such a cool thing. We just got that main melody from before put onto the Serum preset. I abused the shit out of the Serum preset. I made this the first track I made for this album, and I used it on pretty much every song because I think I've made literally like the perfect pluck sound. I really like this. Super simple, just a saw wave with a low pass filter being automated by our envelope 1. But I think I just got the perfect amount of cutoff modulation / the resonance is at a perfect value because dang, this sounds really good. Our bass during this section is just another serum preset. Pretty simple, honestly. We just got a sine wave here, just doing a bit of a bass pluck. Then the final little thing we got going on is this little lead. Again, made in Serum. Honestly, I think it's almost the exact same preset as that bass pluck, but just like slightly tweaked with the envelope here. We've also got a little FM going on for our first sine wave compared to the bass pluck, giving it a little extra tone. But yeah, that's pretty much all the instrumentation. I guess now I can talk about the vocals.
Blank canvas, space casket or grave. Erosion will make the change. Venice, timid, afraid. Feel like a siren, bastard rain.
I actually wrote that verse like, I think like 3-ish years ago, which is pretty funny. I think I wrote the like pre-chorus section. I was like, dang, I really need like a hook or whatever. It's like, oh, you know, I really like this verse that I wrote like a couple of years ago, but I never ended up using it anything. Like, oh, I should use it for this. And it kind of just fit perfectly, honestly. I think that was like the first take of the vocals I did as well, which was a bit of a blessing, because that's kind of rare that I get, you know, the perfect thing on the first take. We've also got a butt ton of harmonies as well.
Blank canvas, space casket or grave. Erosion will make the change. Venice, timid, afraid. Feel like a siren, bastard rain.
Also got a bit of a reversed reverb thing going on as well. Just to kind of swell into all of our vocals. Yeah, very into vocal harmonies as of recent. I think it's a good way to, you know, fatten up your vocals. I've also gotten better at them compared to Chasing Glory. I like Chasing Glory, but I think this album is a big step up in terms of my vocal production, etc.
Blank canvas, space casket or grave. Erosion will make.
Oh yeah, my vocal chain is pretty simple. We've just got a gate going on here with guitar rig, and we've got an auto tune, retune speed set to 3. I have the humanized knob turned up because that is good. It makes it sound slightly less robotic.
Blank canvas, space casket or grave.
We're running that through Nectar 3. I really like it. It's my favorite vocal plugin. Got a EQ, de-esser, all that fun kind of stuff. I honestly don't even like touch Nectar. I always just use the vocal assistant, and then I take off the compressor and add a Pro C2 with the upfront vocal preset. Kind of lazy, but it is just what I like to do. It's I found it works pretty well for my voice and my microphone, etc. We just got an EQ cutting out some problematic stuff and boosting some high frequencies to make it a little clearer.
Blank canvas, space casket or grave.
Followed by just a balance tool, which I think I'm using to automate the level of the main vocal throughout the track, because I feel like it was kind of too loud during the pre-chorus, and then it was slightly too quiet or something during the drop, so I just am automating that. But yeah, hopefully that was interesting, and hope you guys are enjoying the new song. Definitely my favorite one I put out so far, and I'm excited to show you the rest of the album. So yeah, peace out, and I love ya.